Hello and welcome to the very first Might and Magic series Let's Plays that I'm going to start doing. The first one that I'm going to be playing is Might Magic VII. This is by far my favorite game in the series, and I'm pretty confident on saying that pretty much anyone else's favorite game in the series. Just to go through a little bit of information before I really start playing. The game was released in 1999. It's a pretty old game. That it was developed by New World Computing and published by 3DO. Might and Magic is, as of now, a 10-game series. Might and Magic 1 through Might and Magic X Legacy, not including the Heroes of Might and Magic spin-offs, which for this particular timeline are only Heroes 1 through 4 and Heroes Chronicles 1 through 8. Heroes of Might and Magic 4 follows after the events of Heroes Chronicles The Sword of Frost, which is the 8th game in the Heroes Chronicles series. Might and Magic 10 Legacy, or X Legacy, is purely, from my point of view, a nostalgia-inducing game, with the first city being Sorpogo by the Sea. Meanwhile, in Might and Magic 6, the beginning town is New Sorpogo, which is actually by a sea. Although Might and Magic X Legacy and Might and Magic 6 are in completely different universes. But Might and Magic X implies that Ashen, which is the Ubisoft spin-off of the Might and Magic realms, is actually in the same universe after all. Mind you, the Ubisoft Might and Magic games have absolutely nothing to do with the original series. There's no mention of anything from Might and Magic's 1 through 8 in them at all. Let's see. The game I'm going to be playing today, obviously, is Might and Magic VII, which follows the events of Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Again, I chose this one because it's my favorite game in the series. It's got a lot of stuff to do, and it makes for fantastic gameplay. So, to go through a bit of the timeline for Might and Magic VII, from 1164 to 1165, after the Silence, the Restoration Wars begin. Now, this is where Heroes of Might and Magic 3 takes place, where Catherine sails to Antigaric and Wilbur Humphrey is given Regency of Enroth. Now, Wilbur Humphrey you won't meet until I begin my Might and Magic 6 playthrough. Again, I'm just doing 7 because it's my favorite in the series, and I know it like the back of my hand, and Might and Magic 6 I have to get used to. Alright, in 1166, after the Silence, the Terrans arrive. The Ultimate Adventurers of Terra arrive in the Lincoln, which is their spaceship. Now, just to get that one out of the air, spaceship is literal. It's actually their spaceship. Yes, this game may be swords and bows and dragons and all, and magic and all that fun stuff, but it's actually an intergalactic war. The game is essentially, well, just that, an intergalactic war, and all the bad things that happen are because of that war. Let's see, in 1167, after the Silence, Archibald Ironfist sails to Antigaric. Archibald Ironfist you hear about, and I believe you learn more about him in Might and Magic 6. I haven't played 6 in years either, so I don't really remember too much of it. In 1168, after the Silence, Restoration Wars end. Lord Hart is slain, Nicholas Griffinheart is eradicated, and Archibald becomes King of Deja. You'll learn a little more about that as I play through Might and Magic 7. So that brings us to 1169 AS. This is the beginning of Might and Magic 7. This is the Occult War, where the 4 adventurers become the Lords of Harmondale. I'm not going to read any more about that timeline description. I'm going to let it unfold as I play. So, I'm going to start by creating new characters.
How about me? I can do it!
Just gotta... You
need a strong warrior.
Pick me.
You need a strong warrior like myself.
Really good if you need, well, obviously for the tanking portion of it. I mean, there's really no set way to set your classes to play them. You can have an entire party of sorcerers, although I really don't recommend that because they're really easy to kill. So I'm going to start off by making my characters here.
Don't please.
You want to run?
Choose me.
I'm your man.
The Thief is really good, mostly because they can master Disarm Trap, which is extremely useful late game, because there are a lot of really, really powerful traps on some chests that you'll want to avoid.
Please pick me. Don't. Please choose me. Oh, come on. Pick me.
Pick me!
Now, the Paladin and Cleric both can learn healing spells, although the Cleric can Grandmaster most all healing spells, on the basis of having a Cleric that can also take damage and deal damage. The Paladin would be your best choice, unless you want a Cleric that can purely heal your party just so that you don't die. I'm going to use a Paladin in this sense. I haven't really... Well, in Might and Magic 6, I used 2 Paladins and then a Cleric and a Sorcerer. This time around, because there's more class choices in Might and Magic 7, I'm going to change it up. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to keep the Knight, the original Knight, and I'm just going to see how it goes and where it takes me.
Pick me. I want in.
Okay, yeah, I changed the names. These are the names that I use on pretty much all my Might and Magic games. Roderick, Leo, Zoltan, and Serena. They're usually the names that are automatically generated for you, and a lot of the stories, not the stories, sorry, a lot of the games start you off with a Zoltan or a Roderick or something like that, so I generally try to keep it like that.
What do
Choose me.
I pick?
You pick.
Don't.
How about me?
Okay, allocating skill points is one of the hardest things to do in this game. Well, that's what I feel anyway. It's just, you want to make sure that you get everything perfect. You want to have a good amount of points allocated to the attributes that actually make a difference to your character. Like for the Knight and the Paladin, it's obviously might. Well, for the Paladin, it's might and personality, because personality governs clerical spells, which is what the Paladin uses. And for the Knight, you obviously have to have a high might and a high endurance, because the Knight is the one who deals the most hand-to-hand combat damage, and who also is hopefully going to be taking the most of the hits. And if they're the last guy alive, well, they're usually going to be the last guy alive in your party. Well, at least from what I've noticed. Okay, looks like that's about right. Time to get this started. I skip the interview. the intro video because it doesn't like machines. Or that could just be the fact people live in Portland. Okay, so as you can see, you start with
A perfect mix. Another spell learned.
This should be useful. This should be useful.
So the first area that you're in is the Emerald Isle. I'm going to turn off the tour because it's completely annoying. And so yeah, this is where you start. This is the Emerald Isles, and it's a pretty straightforward, pretty easy beginning quest. So, that being said, let's see, you've got stealing, couldn't steal anything.
Hi.
Well, she has loot. Gold, I want to steal the loot. This is pretty easy beginning quest line. Basically, what you have to do is you have to find, it's 5 or 6 artifacts to bring back to Judge Grit, which is in the building straight ahead of Grit. Let's say red potion, the loot, which this bard has, a fancy hat, more tile, and a longbow.
Hello.
And then there's also a little side quest there where you have to find a indication of missing adventurers who went tried to slay the dragon, which is in a cave on the opposite side of the island. And as you'll see, I'm trying to steal and I keep failing to steal, so I reload and then try again. It's just an easier way to get this part of the quest done rather than trying to pay for it, because once you're finished this island, you're going to need all the gold you can, because everyone is going to get the bow. That's the best way
Hi.
to really survive, I guess you could say. Because a lot of times you're going to want to hit something far away, because you're not going to want to let it get close to you. So yeah, you need a red potion, seashell, longbow, 4 tiles, musical instrument. Could be anything. Just on this particular island, it's the loot. So let's see. Actually, I already have a red potion that I can make, yeah.
Success.
Go hand
His
that
Grace,
away.
Lord Markham,
So that's
Duke
that.
of the Western
Red
Lowlands.
potion. Let's see. More stuff to make another red potion. Now, if I do make another red potion, I bring it up to a guard over the hill, and he will actually give me a fancy hat that'll complete that portion of this quest.
Another spell learned.
This should be useful. This should be useful.
Okay, so still trying to find, still trying to steal this stupid loot. And every time you get caught stealing, honestly, just reload the game from the autosave. This is one of the most annoying parts, but trying to get the loot without having to pay for it is the best route to go. No, actually, just because I have a feeling I'm going to have to buy it, because I really don't want to get caught stealing again and have to restart or do any of that. It's absolutely fucking annoying. I'm going to go to the Dragon Cave. I'm going to run around, collect all the items on the ground, gold, whatever may be in there, and finish off the quest to find excuse me, the missing contestants. So So now, in the Dragon's Lair, we could run around in a circle and try and get anything that you can find on the ground. Without getting hit by the dragon, because he will one-hit. It's just a complete party killer. It's just a TPK all over. So that's about all I can get for now. So I'm going to leave. Fire resistance probably would have been a good idea. As I mentioned, I can go up the hill to a swordsman up here. I forget who it was. I think it was Brent.
How are you doing today?
Yes. So I can trade the potion for a hat. That's that. Now I'm going to go, because I do believe I still have some, I have ingredients for another red potion. So I'm going to go see if I can find somewhere to grab a empty bottle. Because then once I do that, I can just make another red potion and hand both of those in to complete the quest. Well, 2 parts of the quest. So I haven't really even bothered to redo this every time. It's just pointless because I'm going to have to redo the autosave anyway. So get everyone set up here.
Sorry, can't help.
Might as well give him that.
I don't know what that is.
Mace can go to this guy, because that's a nice mace.
I don't know what that is.
Even though stuff is unidentified, it's still pretty useful. You're not going to get the magic. I don't believe. Sorry that you'll get the magical benefits, but it's good to put all the armor you can on anyway. So now I can also bring back the information regarding the missing contestants as well, so that'll knock that one off too, and it should give me 1,000 gold if I remember correctly. Yes, so, because I don't want to get caught stealing again, and I don't want to have to reload my autosave. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to save. Steal. Let's just do the steal attempt. Failed to steal anything. So I'm just going to talk to her and just going to buy it from her, because I really don't want to. I really don't want to have to deal with that. Okay, so there is something. Oh, there's this crate here. Some crude, crappy stuff in it, but I can at least sell it to get a little bit of money. So, let's see. If I go to, there should be a peasant who has or sells a seashell so that I don't have to wade through multitudes of dragonflies at the western end of the isle to get it, or sorry, northwestern. Yeah, northwestern. Because they, at this level in the game, it's very, well, I would say it's very difficult to really defend yourself against massive amounts of enemies. So the best way to do it is try and find the easiest ways to get through it. The only part that's really going to be a pain, there we go, so that's done, is the Temple of the Moon, which is just up this hill here, right in this area. This would be the Temple of the Moon. That's going to be one of the tougher areas. And let's see, that should be the vast majority of all of the items that I have to hand in. I'm going to do this and then go see if I can train up a couple levels.
Lord Markham, Duke of the Western.
So, actually leave me with there. One quest to go, just to finish off this island and then move on, which is something I really want to do, because this is one of the most repetitive quests in the game. So I'm going to train my guys to level 3, or my party to level 3. I'm not going to bother learning any skills right now. So, now I'm going to go and, now that I'm level 3, I'm actually going to go and see what I can do about the dragonflies. I'm going to try and kill a couple just so that I can get some more experience points and hopefully level up a little. Just before I go into the Temple of the Moon, because Temple of the Moon is very difficult at this stage in the game. I'm just going to check to see what spells she's got. Okay, so I'll set that as my main. And this is fire. I'm not a member. Actually, before you even think about leaving this island, buy your memberships to the guilds. I think I can get all 4 Elemental Guild memberships here. I'm not sure. I don't remember anymore. Oh, I can get the Body and Spirit, which will be good for the Paladin. And then should be another house right here. There we go. Air and Fire. So you can't get Water or Earth yet. That'll be probably when you actually get to the mainland off of this island. So, no, that's taken care of. Her quick spell is Firebolt. The only 2 spells she's got in fire are Torchlight, which is an absolute necessity, and Firebolt. And there's really no spells of importance here right now. I'm not really going to worry about the fire resistance or fire aura or anything like that. Not until we're off the island. Now, I'm going to see if she has Sparks. Because Sparks is one of my favorite spells. It shoots out multiple, well, essentially multiple sparks.
This should be useful.
And what it does, let's see. There you go. Sparks fires small balls of lightning into the world that bounce around until they hit something or dissipate. It is hard to tell where they will go. So essentially what it does is it shoots out under the normal skill level 3 sparks that do 2 points plus 1 point per skill of air in air magic. So right now they'll only do 3 damage each, but it's still good to have. So let's see. Everyone's set up. Once I get off of this island and get to the mainland, be a little easier to make some gold. And what I'm going to do first is try and find a peasant who's a gate master, because the gate master will use town portal to send you around. And Sparks is probably one of the worst spells to fight flying monsters with. I'm going to change that right away.
Yes.
I'm going to end up getting myself killed doing that. Okay. I'll kill a couple dragonflies, and then I'll move on to the Temple of the Moon. I'm probably going to want to clear out maybe half of this area. I'm going to cast Wizard's Eye just to see how many there are. Now, you see on the top right corner, there's the mini-map. When you cast Wizard's Eye, it at normal level, it just basically shows the enemies that you can see and the friendlies that you can see. This is actually turning out really bad, and I'm going to have to move back. Well, I'm going to have to run away. Some of the peasants are going to get killed. Thankfully, there's a swordsman here who's going to kill a lot of them. The best thing about it is that I can just take the gold and run. Why are you attacking me? Oh, I must have hit a peasant. That sucks. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the inn. I'm going to rest, get some healing, and then head to the Temple of the Moon. I'm just going to skip ahead and go ahead and do that.
Come in, come in. Enjoy your stay.
So that's done. Cast Wizard's Eye again. Yeah, the peasant and the 2 peasants, I believe, and the swordsman are still mad at me, so I'm going to ignore them. So let's move up here. This hill sucks to climb, but it's the fastest way there without having to go all the way around and up the hill. Okay. So now we're entering the Temple of the Moon. This is a pretty difficult area for levels 1 to 3. Just not so much because the monsters are hard, but just because of sheer numbers. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about as I start.
This has all the makings for adventure.
So, you see, it's always dark in the caverns. You're going to get attacked by something, so just always be on the ready.
Got it.
Okay. Well, that's done.
It's disarmed.
Let's see. Beauty. So now I've
I wish
got
I could
this.
help.
Shield.
I wish I could help.
Cure disease is always good to have. Okay. So let's move a little deeper. I don't want to go up there just yet. I'm going to try and just strictly go through the motions on this and finish off this area, because I really don't like spending more time in here than I need to. because it gets pretty brutal.
Ow! Ow!
Down, oh, I'm surrounded. Here's where I die. Parkour over everybody. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit to actually get through this dungeon. I could probably just literally jump over everything and then kite them all the way to the swordsmen that are in the bunks down here. There you go. Cure disease is always a good thing to have. Let's try sleeping. There we go. Back into the Temple of the Moon. So I'll cast Torchlight again, wait for it to come back, and I'll cast Wizard's Eye. And as the game progresses, you're going to get buff spells, which are fantastic to have. There's like Heroism, I think it's Hour of Power, Day of the Gods, everything like that. And they're fantastic spells to have. They really help in making sure that you don't die. There we go. If I can lure these guys back to the swordsman should kill them. There you go. Now I can just concentrate on getting through these chests here.
I wish I could help.
Boots. Shoot.
I wish I could help.
Probably nothing too important about that staff, but just grab everything and then if you have to sell it, you sell it. Fancy hat, I don't need that again. Crystals and gems, they're good to have because if you have a character with a merchant skill, they can sell them for a pretty good price. I almost hit that guard. Let them kill these guys. It allows me to. I'm just gonna get pure experience for this quest line here, and then it'll be all done, and I'll be able to go and visit my new home in Harmondale once this is all said and done.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
If I can lure him, then I can do 3, 4 at a time. That's fine.
Ow!
See, when that happens, that's when the problems start. So let's see here. Protect life and bless. Yeah, that's completely useless. I have no healing spells on him.
Can't rest here.
Can't sleep because the enemies are still too
Can't
close.
rest here.
So let me see if I can lure this one through. Problem solved.
We aren't safe here.
No, I'm still not safe.
We aren't safe here.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to rest right now to bring up my hit points. Okay, let's see.
Sorry, can't help.
Oh, okay. So the longbow that he was using was the one he was giving away. So that's taken care of. Now, I gotta try and run to the other side of the room. I think that's all the bats that had to die. So that's done. Oh, they're gonna be stuck on the
what a scratch.
on the staircase there, so that makes my life much easier. So now, go through here. Click in the bookcases because you can get books and scrolls through them, as you can see. And obviously, if I don't use them, I can just sell them. Chances are I'm probably going to sell them anyway. It's just have no use for some spells and scrolls. I can just buy them anyway.
That was too easy.
There are some books and scrolls that you can only find. I think that spells like Armageddon, stuff like that. I'm unsure what path I'm going to take yet. Because essentially, midway, well, I wouldn't say midway through the game, probably about a quarter of the way through the game, you have a choice whether you want to become light or dark, and that all depends on what choice you make to end the violence that's between the elves and the humans. And it depends on what essentially judge you bring back to the Oracle's hut. Now that's a little later on in the game. It's just what I remember from playing this as a kid. Okay. So this is the last part of this quest. I'm going to go hand this in and then get off this rock and move my ass to Harmondale. which will start the next installment of the quests.
We have to come back later.
Oh, I gotta wait.
His Grace.
There we go.
Lord Markham,
So, give
Duke
this
of the
to Thomas
Western
the
Lowlands.
Judge. And then, congratulations, your ship. And that's that. So, now what I can do, get everyone all dressed up and get their stuff on, because they're gonna need it.
I don't know.
You can't
No
use that
use
yet.
to me.
No, of course not. Okay, first things first, I'm gonna go see if I can train. Might as well get this done and over with before I leave.
Need some training?
Not enough of anything, so that's that. Now I'll go to this boat here, and this will be my my ticket to my new castle. Generally, I don't read the dialogues for quests or anything like that, but for storyline purposes, I'm gonna keep them up for a little bit, and I'm gonna read them and make sure that it's understood.
Congratulations, my friend.
Problems with the video again. Okay. So, here's the castle. It's crap. It's destroyed. It's full of goblins. And I really don't want to deal with the goblins yet. Okay. So, I know this temple. I gotta heal my guys up, and I believe there's a quest that I can pick up through here. Yes, there is. So, healed. Donate. Make my reputation a little better. Oh, I don't want you. Better than nothing. Let's see. Okay. So, my first thing that I'm going to try and find is a gate master. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to right-click the peasants here. You see like Jim the Chaplain or Randy the Burglar here. It'll say the gate master, which is what you want. Because they can cast Town Portal once a day. And it'll be able to take you to any town, main town, in the game through that spell. Except for like the town for the Path of Good or the town for the Path of Dark. Light or dark. And if you can't find a gate master, usually what you can do is just save and then reload, so it resets the jobs that the peasants have. But really, I'd rather not do that. I'll pick up a quest here. This quest actually gets you a deck of cards for Archomage, which is a little card game within the game. It's kind of fun. If you ever played Magic the Gathering or anything like that, I'd say I'd compare it to that, except for there's two aspects to it. There's a tower and there's a wall. Either when your tower is destroyed, you lose, or if your tower gets to the top, you win. Anything like that. Okay, I'm gonna go into the houses and talk to people and see what quests I can pick up, and then get them all sorted out and figure them out. Master Archer, I don't need that. I don't have any Rangers. You can do all of the promotion quests if you want. You'll become honorary to that particular promotion if you don't have the particular class in your party. So if I wanted my sorcerer to go to like Archmage, my paladin, thief, and knight would become honorary archmages, that kind of deal. Vice versa for like paladin to crusader or anything like that. Okay. So I'm gonna see if I can find. There is a promotion quest somewhere in town for the monk. It's really only good for the experience, but it's always good to get the most out of your experience. Okay. I'm still looking for a gate master. Doesn't look like there's a gate master in this town, so that just means that I would have to go to one of the other towns via stagecoach in order to pick up a gate master. Okay. Jim the Chaplain. Duper. Okay, since that's pretty much all I'm going to be able to do, I'm going to go into the castle now. If I remember correctly, rats immediately attack you the second you walk in, so it's always good to be prepared. So I'm going to save. Entering Castle is what I'm going to name it. Okay, well, here goes nothing.
Ew. What's that smell?
And there we go. It starts.
Ow!
It's pretty good experience. Well, it's pretty good experience points for the level anyway.
Ow!
But I need it fixed.
Ow! Ah, what a scratch.
Ew.
Ah, what a scratch. Ow! Ow!
Whoop. Didn't actually want to hit that. Might as well keep going now. Okay, now that's done.
Ah, what a scratch.
What I loved is when you get the identify monster skill and you get it up to like expert, master, and like grandmaster, you see more effects. Like they're more in the sense of like what their resistances are, their set spell, what effects they have or they give to you,
Ow!
anything like that. So I'm gonna kill this last rat.
Ow!
Okay, I'm not gonna go and kill goblins yet. I'm gonna go and sleep. Crap. I'm gonna go sell some stuff because I'm going to need the money to fix my guys. Okay, and also this is gonna be probably one of the longer videos in the series. The rest are gonna be capped off at between 20 and 30 minutes long. Just because this one has more of a
I can't identify
history
this.
lesson at the beginning of it. So I'm gonna take all their stuff that's not identified off,
Sorry, I don't know what
so
that
they
is.
can get it identified.
I don't know what
And then
that
once
is.
it's identified, then we should be able to
I
get
don't know what that is.
the benefits from
We'll
it.
have to
Chances
go back
are
and
there's
look.
not going to be any benefits. So I'll wait till dawn.
Need a new
then
weapon?
wait an hour. And then let's see. Blacksmith. Yeah, there's literally nothing good about what I picked up. But it's always good to identify them so you know exactly what it gives you.
See anything you want?
So I'll identify. It's generally good to identify everything. Sometimes you don't really need to. Once you get to the... Ooh, that's actually a really good plate armor, except for I don't have plate armor yet. As you get into the higher levels, when you start seeing items like leather boots or like leather armor like this or just crappy plate armor or chain armor, there's no point in identifying it. It's gonna
Come in.
it's not gonna do you any good. Just sell it, get rid of it, doesn't
Right
matter.
away.
So I'm gonna, let's see. I'm not going to bother with a promotion quest in this town. I know there is one. I'm not really going to bother. There's no point. I don't have any monks. Experience isn't really that big of a deal to me. But, of course, if you're playing this, go ahead. Go and do the promotion quest if you want the experience. I'm purely just going to do the promotion quest specific to the classes in my party. I'm going to get this guy healed.
Take care.
Let's see what skills I can learn from here. Nothing I want to bother with right now. Now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to head down and kill as many goblins as I can before I have to leave again. Before I go in... No, I don't want to set that as my quick spell. What am I doing? There we go. Wait for it to become active again. And that's that. Now, because I'm indoors and a lot of the
Yes.
enemies that I'm going to be fighting are on the ground, I'm going to set Sparks as my main skill. Because of that, exactly. It can cover the entire hallway, and it'll deal a pretty good amount of damage for this level anyway. So I'll move down the hall. Let's see. Backing up because I have everyone's got, not everyone, but most of my party members have bows. That means that I can attack them from far away. Now the problem with goblins though is that they also have bows. So they will hit me from a distance and it will suck.
Ow!
It's the rats that really pose the problem because there's so many of them. And they pair up pretty much with the goblins and they make your life hell. So you leave, and then you rest again, and then you go back in. I'm going to save, just in case I do die. So I'm going to name this one Clearing Castle, so that I'll know to come back to it later. So I'm going to head back up the same hallway and see if I can clear it out at all. Try to go out of the reach of the goblins' arrows, which obviously is very difficult. Oh, I'll focus on these rats and kill them. They're the most annoying part of this area is killing the rats.
Someone help! Ow! That was too easy. Ow! Ah, what a slap.
But I need it fixed. Oh, please.
There we go. Now run into it. And you can go up and smack him a few times. He's almost dead. He's about halfway. So I'll kill these two, go out, I'll rest, and then I'll come back in and save on Clearing Castle. Pick up the gold. Actually, I can just save right inside. Or sleep right inside, sorry. I'll save on Clearing Castle again. Now I do see that my knight is diseased. I'm not really going to worry about it, because when they get low, I'm just going to go and sleep again anyway. So I'll cast that. Come on, come around the corner. Oh, I missed. That sucked. In Might Magic VI, the sparks actually work a little differently. Although on Might Magic VI, I have like level 30s that are a level 30 Archmage that has mastered the air skill. So it shoots out like 12 sparks. So I don't really have to worry too much about it. But the sparks in Might Magic VI seem to me to have a bit of a farther reach in terms of their area of effect. So I'm going to do that, save one more time. But then again, my sorcerer in that game is master on it. Now Might Magic 6, that's another one that I'm going to do. I'm going to start obviously a new game, so I'm not starting with my level 30s. Because I kind of want to give a little bit of information on that one as well. It's made, of course, by the same people. But, okay, orange, yellow. Orange is, I forget what orange is. Ah, beauty, intellect. And yellow is accuracy. I've been playing this game for years, so there's a lot of, well, not a lot, but a bunch of stuff that I'm pretty keen on remembering. A lot that I forget, of course. Because this game came out in 1999, and I've been playing it since I was young, probably about 7 or 8 years old. It came out when I was 7, so I've been playing it, around since I was 7 and 8.
I need food in my tummy.
And I'm pretty versed in it. I wouldn't say that I'm too good, but I know what I'm doing basically. Still no gate masters around. From what I see.
Do you need medical attention?
Oh, well, except if I were to find a gate master, I wouldn't be able to afford it. It's 2,000 gold, plus they take like 10 or 20% of all gold you find. Okay, let's go back in the castle. Now everyone's healed, and nice and fresh. So let's see if I can't make a difference. Wizard's Eye is still on. Okay, let's see how much longer it's on for. 17 minutes on a Wizard's Eye and 19 on Torchlight. So I'm going to recast those just so that they're fresh. There you go, I got an hour on it now. And then Torchlight, and I'll give me another hour on Torchlight. Now it's hour in-game time, not real time. And for a little while that kind of confused me a little bit, because it would say, oh, you know, you've got 6 hours of this buff running, or this assistance spell running, and then you'd play for an hour and realize that it's been... that the spell has been up or over for 45 minutes. So, hours, maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes-ish. I'm not quite sure. I forgot the advance here. I hate being this low level. It's so hard to kill anything. Oh, she's dead. Now I really gotta leave and I have to go and resurrect her, which sucks. That costs quite a bit of gold at the temple.
Run away!
So, let's go and see what we can't do. Herbalist, monk. Yeah, there's still no gate masters around here. There's a gate master around, I would go and sell what I have on me. Not all of it, obviously, but most of it. I do actually have to go sell stuff to resurrect my dead sorcerer, which is actually very annoying. So, let's see. What do I have? Shield. You don't have the shield skill yet. One of them's going to need it, so I'll put this stuff back on him because he's going to want it. Bow. Okay, 2d4+2. Helm. You need a helm. They're both the same. Take that bow. He's not going to use spear. Spear can be pretty good at times, but I just don't. Well, see, if I'm going to have 2 knights, one of them's going to use a spear. But since I've got a knight and a paladin, the knight's going to use a sword, and the paladin's probably going to stick to the mace. The mace is really good for, I forget what it's good for knocking out opponents, essentially, slowing them down.
Thanks a lot.
So if you go to the skill, mace, yeah, you can paralyze the opponent equal to skill. Once you get master, you have a chance to stun, which just knocks them out for a couple of turns. And then at Grandmaster, it paralyzes equal to the skill level. Okay. I'm actually going to find a body magic guild pretty soon so that he can get body magic. Because with body magic, it'll give him all of his healing spells, which will be nice to have.
Do you need medical
So I'll go,
attention?
I'm going to resurrect my sorcerer.
Take care.
And now I'm going to go back into the castle and see if I can't clear it out a little more. Okay. Alright, I'm nearing the end of the video. It's been about 48 minutes. I'm going to go to 1 hour. This is going to be the longest video of the series. The rest of them are going to be much shorter. Because I just wanted to get some of the information about the game series out of the way before I really got started. And I'm glad that I did. It's good to know a little bit of history of some of the older games, especially classics like this, because essentially this game is based off of the D&D system. There's dice rolls, except for they're a little weird. Like damage 3d3, that's 3 3-sided dice, 2 2-sided dice. You're not going to find that in the real world, but it's just all part of a balancing mechanic of the game. And everything is governed by your strength skill or your endurance skill. For attacking, it's pretty much all your strength skill. And then bows are governed by accuracy, of course. So I'm going to try and kill these last...
What a
Okay,
scratch.
this isn't going to work. I'm going to try, though.
What a scratch.
Kill these 3. Well, apparently I'm going against 4 goblins. That's not going to happen. So I'm going to leave. Let's see what I can do.
It's time to feed me.
Oh, I have to go buy food. This part about it too, you have to keep yourself stocked up on food if you're going to be resting outside, especially if you're going to be resting outside. And resting on dirt and cobblestone or anything like that is going to cost 2 food.
Right away.
But on grass, it'll only cost 1 food.
in.
So if
Enjoy
you've
your
got
steak.
like, 6 food, and you have to sleep or something like that, 6 days of food will last you 6 rests. Well, resting to heal for 8 hours. So I'm going to go back into the castle. I'm going to see if I can kill, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 more goblins, and then that'll be it. Alright. Okay, so we're just down the hall, of course. Shoot some arrows down there. Hopefully hit them. Of course, I'm not going to hit them. I wonder... Yeah, they all... When you rest, the monsters that you're fighting also heal. It's just when you get completely waterlogged, really, by enemies, sorry. It's a good idea to go and rest so that you can fight them at full strength again. Why won't you die? There we go. I don't really want to go too far because I don't want to get attacked by all the rats and bats at the other side of the wall there. I just wait for them to walk into my view and then I'll lob some arrows at them. I'm going to cast Wizard's Eye to see where they are. Oh, they're like literally right around the corner, but I only see a goblin. Oh, that's a goblin. There you go. I know that was going to be a goblin.
Bring on a bigger challenge.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the beginning of the dungeon here. Or the castle. I'm going to go save. And then I'm going to see what my experience points are. And then that'll be about it. Okay, so skills, yeah, they're all, well, except for these 2. These 2 are about ready for a level up, which is awesome. So I'm going to save, clearing castle, get the clearing castle, and that's about it for this video. I'd like to thank you for watching, and in the description on the video, there's going to be a couple links to the GOG.com store pages for Might Magic's 1 to 6 and 7 and 8, as well as a Might Magic link, or a link to the Might Magic wiki, which is really good to read up on. It's got all the lore about it and maps and areas and everything like that. So again, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'm going to try and do this once a week and post new gameplay every week. I'm going to have another party that I use to go throughout the game so that I can make sure these videos don't become too long and boring, so that they're always action-packed. Thanks, and bye.